told you could trust me.
No way! Oh no, dude!
Ocelot! We're not done yet!
This guy, man, he's got so much moxie. Yeah, you fat cunt, Ocelot.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
God, she's gone full Kenobi.
Not good!
Judo. Every fighting game we play in the future is going to be about the judo.
I picked up a few new moves. Huh.
Just Eva.
It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it. Eva!
Shoot him! No, don't throw the gun. Just shoot him, you dick. Oh my god.
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
Oh god, we gotta follow the gun. Ah, it's the Kirito daily. Oh, that's not fair. You went behind. Fuck me. He went behind the back. How are we supposed to do it?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with Names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
Adamska.
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
I mean, was just guessing, right? I got fucked. Fuck.
It's a blank. Oh, that was fun.
Why?
Till we meet again, John.
You flew up in a hovercraft to a plane that was about to crash, smashed the engine, dived into the plane to have a spinny duel fight. Shake hands and call it a day.
Give me a hand! Whoa! Come on, pull up!
He's Adam. We were supposed to meet Osler from the beginning of the game. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Adamski. He's Adam. Our very first mission in the game is to meet Adam. Is he on our side all along? I don't know.
We made it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to rock in my chair. The whole thing's a shabazz! Ugh.
Oh no, Migs!
I can't help but hear Migs, but think of the guy who jerked off and threw his cum on Jodie Foster.
There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
By the end of this, we're going to figure out that absolutely no one in this game was actually an enemy, besides Volgin.
Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
Mate.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Mass hysteria. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately.
Oh, so our contacts in the Soviet Union's coming strong. Good man, he stuck to his word. He stuck to his word, did our man in Russia. I think that was kind of a dream, came back Banana, because that's when the scars crawled off the boss and turned into a snake. So that obviously didn't really happen. Cock blocked. It must be Joker from Mass Effect.
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley.
God.
Don't
I'm
keep
gonna
them
see
waiting.
the President, boys. I assume we're in for some movie time now for quite a while. A settling scene. I don't know, I fought a boss while I was dead. How long did it take us to finish the game then? About 11.5 hours? Not bad actually. Good solid amount of game for a PS2 game, man. And I would definitely want to play this one again. Like not an elephant. I wonder what our ranking will be. Brontosaurus, maybe?
Mate.
Snake's still not going to get any, man.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Smooth, bruh. Smooth. You are in a literal shag
Mate.
palace. This place should be dripping in
Is that part
jizz
of your
already.
mission too? Or
If I took Emma to a cabin like this with that fire, we'd never get out the front room.
is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Oh, he's going in for the kill! Wow, ruined the carpet. What a dick. On the rug, though? You better do an animal noise on that rug and grab it by the ears. Yeah, he needs to do it from behind, right? But he needs to grab the ears and go, rah! I totally do that. Oh, I can't help it. Look at those ears, man. Rah! Oh, it was the first thing that came to my head. Oh, absolutely, I would do that. You know what? Emma wouldn't even be surprised either. She'd just be like, you're adopted. Yeah. Gil knows me too well. Are you joking, laughing, man? The whole opening sequence is a James Bond intro. Yeah. 100%. Oh, and she left? What an awesome date. Best day of my life. Best day of my life. And when I woke up, fucking just out of there, got up, just played some WoW. It was fucking awesome. Best night ever.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive
Correct.
me,
She did not leave breakfast. Was almost Biss. Was not Biss. Lacked Titan Forge, man. Yeah, an apple. Yeah. All right. I mean, it's not new like sausages or anything. Some toast, some beans, some eggs, some bacon up in this bitch. Oh, she's taking the philosopher cash.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev.
The triple twist.
I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's
The
Republic.
Chinese?
The General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
She didn't trick me, because no one trusts a word she fucking says.
The
You can't claim
philosopher
you're tricking
still
when no one
exists in
believes you.
China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The two NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time.
Okay.
My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Oh my god, Mission Impossible!
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
It probably sounds a lot better in Japanese, let's put it that way. Cheerio. A big boss. See? Sounds better.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's
It was all for money.
legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America, as a despicable
Sorry about that. I must have clicked a button on the keyboard. As I say, the Aspect Master, thank you for the sub, and Crooker, thank you for the bits. I tell you one thing I really liked about this one that had an issue in the other one was no backtracking. There's a couple of bits of backtracking, but in MGS 1 and 2, the backtracking was horrible. Horrible. Whereas this one, it didn't have that aspect to it. Just well enough. I think story-wise, this one definitely is the best so far. I think 1 was the second best story. Wasn't a big fan of 2's story. 2's story was okay. Total creative direction, Hideo Kojima. I am the god of this game. Gojira! You prefer the story of 2? I don't really like 2. I liked the game of 2. I liked it, especially when it got real crazy towards the end. I liked what they were doing to Raiden in that one. But as a total individual package, I think 3 and 1 are the best story so far. 3, 1, 2 so far in order of story. I think 1's still got the best bosses though, if I'm being honest. Like 2's bosses were okay, but mainly Vamp was the only one that stood out for me as being an interesting boss. When I think about 1, I think about like Vulcan Raven. Like the Fat Man boss I thought was really just too silly in 2. Sniper Wolf was a good fight. Yeah, I think 1 had the best bosses. Revengeance, we've actually finished Revengeance on stream twice. Revengeance was actually my first Metal Gear game. I finished Revengeance twice now. We might play Revengeance again though, because it's awesome. It's definitely made 2 different for me, Stunsmoker, because Raiden is one of my favourite characters. Because I fucking love Raiden. So when I got to play Raiden in 2, I was like, oh, cool. And then it became very apparent that when Metal Gear 2 came out, for those who remembered, and they were like, well, you're not playing Snake, people were pissed. People were super pissed, whereas I was totally fine with it, because I like Raiden. Alright, we waited till after the credits. We did it.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
I figured it out. Yeah, Adamski. Huh? Tricky, man. Alright. Crocodile. Ooh, I'll take that. And I got like a boss trophy? Cool. Alright, 97 alert phases. We murdered 172 people. And it's at L30 life bars. Healed 3 times. 14 kinds of animals. We could have really upped those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. And we didn't use any special items. Yeah. I'm alright with that. Definitely got a little ropier towards the end, I'd say. I'll take Crocodile, though. 12 people an hour? That's not bad. For me? That's pretty good numbers, honestly. I would consider that to be the true stealth.